Relax. We're gonna hear your mom pull up. She's not gonna see anything.
Speak for yourself.
How's that?
You're gonna need a bigger pillow. Okay, look, she's gonna be home any second.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love All American, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about All American Season 4, Episode 2. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. The title of the episode is called I Ain't Going Out Like That. And the description for the episode reads, the gang celebrates a birthday, but not everyone is happy about it. Jordan's buried feelings come to the surface, leaving his and Billy's relationship strained. Asher is trying to come to terms with his football career. So those are the key elements of this episode. I cannot wait to see what is next for the whole crew. Seems like things are getting very, very interesting between, of course, Olivia and Spencer as far as their futures. And, of course, we know your girl Coop is going through some different things in Layla. So let's begin. What did we see in this episode? Man, the episode started out with straight fire. I was not expecting this at all. Spencer and Olivia. Your girl Olivia, she a little freak. She was trying to get it popping up in there. Now, your boy Spencer was very paranoid. He kept feeling like his mom was going to pop up. Olivia's like, look, we were here when she pulls up. Don't worry about any of that. Of course, the two end up stopping. And Spencer's like, look, I need a pillow. You know what I'm saying? I need a bigger pillow because, girl, you got me ready. And, you know, she is telling him, you won't have to worry about this if you can go to my house. But we know that Spencer and Coach Baker, they are not on the best terms. We know that. So it's going to be some issues with that. But, you know, Olivia is pretty much making Spencer talk to her pops. And, you know, the way that she is doing it, he's like, okay, I got you. I see what you're doing. Now we get to your boy Jordan. He's very excited about, you know, being state champs once again. Of course, they don't really want to talk about football that much around Asher, but Asher's like, look, y'all don't have nothing to worry about. Y'all can talk about football. I'm good. You know, I just got to deal with, you know, reality. That is, my football career is pretty much over. Now, Spencer is having a conversation with Jordan. He's pretty much telling him and his pops, they are still not on good speaking terms. He don't know what's going on. Coach Baker ain't trying to talk to him. And, of course, Jordan is telling him, don't worry about it. Just give him some time. Everything will be okay. Now, Olivia, she's not playing around. She goes to her pop. She's like, look, man, y'all got to, you know, settle this. You and Spencer have to settle any issues that y'all have. That's my boyfriend. We have to come together somehow, some way. It cannot continue to be like this. Of course, Coach Baker was telling her, him and Spencer, it's not really that big of a deal. He's trying to downplay it like everything is okay. But he does tell Olivia that she needs to start worrying about her future because Spencer, he's going to Ohio, and that is what is good for him. You have to start thinking about what is good for you. So you already know that's what's going to be happening this season. Olivia is going to have to make a choice. And I say, you know, it does make sense. She does have to worry about where she wants to go, not following around Spencer just because he wants to play football in Ohio. But that's just me. Now, Layla, it is her birthday, but she does not like all of this attention. And she keeps telling everybody, like, look, I don't need all of this. But it doesn't seem like everybody is trying to listen to her. Now, Patience, she is losing her patience with Coop. Coop is pretty much doing what she wants to do, not telling Patience about certain things. She's all on her phone. Her whole demeanor is pretty much just different. And Patience is very upset. And Patience is like, man, you are probably not even ready to go back into the booth yet. Of course, Coop lies and says, look, she's been cleared by the doctor. She is good. But we know later on in the episode, the truth comes out. Now, the whole crew, they done, you know, made a big surprise thing in Layla's locker. Of course, this is, you know, a part of what JJ wanted to do as well. And it's a whole lot of things going on. Layla does not want this. She tells everybody, like, look, she just wants a dinner. She does not need a big surprise party or nothing like that. This is not the past. And as I said earlier, it seems like everybody, they hear Layla, but they don't actually listen to what she is saying. Now, while Spencer is having a conversation with Olivia, and sometimes I have to remember that they are in two different schools, but yes, they're having a conversation, and then Spencer, he sees Coach Baker because Spencer, he wants to squash all this. He's trying to just get it over with. Coach Baker is continuing trying to avoid Spencer. I mean, he looks right at him, then turns his head and looks straight down and walks in his office. I'm looking like, dude, like you are very, very pissed off. I mean, this is just too much for me. Definitely too much, but it is what it is. Now, Coach Montez, she says, look, I have an idea, Asher. I know a better doctor. This person pretty much works on professional athletes. He's one of the top doctors in the country when it comes to the heart. And maybe we can get another opinion. And Asher at first, he's like, I don't know about all that. But Coach Montez is like, look, trust me, just do it. You know what I'm saying? It could definitely mean something. Now, Layla, she's having a conversation with her pops. Her pops is getting her all this, stuff that he would probably get her if she was 8 years old. He's like, you're my princess still. And Layla is like, I'm not a little girl anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want all of this stuff. Of course, her pops is telling her one of his best birthdays was when he was 18. His parents took him out to the shooting range and he felt good. He finally felt like an adult, which we know later on in the episode, at the end of the episode, that's exactly what he does with Layla. Then we get to Patience's father, and he's very concerned about her and Coop. He's like, look, Coop is always in some type of mess, some trouble. And to be honest, I don't really want you around all that. And Patience, she has to start to think like, man, what you're telling me is actually true. I mean, it ain't like he's lying. And she has to start to think like, is her being with Coop the best option? Which at the end of the day, we know she's going to talk to Coop later on in the episode. But as I told you guys in my video last night, this whole Patience and Coop relationship is looking very, very rocky in my opinion. Now, Spencer, he tries to have a conversation with Coach Baker. Coach Baker is talking about he's so busy, maybe we can talk later. This dude is trying to avoid him at all costs. At all costs, he's not trying to have a conversation with him. Spencer is trying to squash all this. Of course, Olivia is very pissed off at him. She's like, really? Like, she knows that everything is not right. Of course, Spencer is telling her everything is good, but she can tell by the body language that the two still have not squashed their issues. Now, Asher's mother, she confronts Coach Montez. She's telling her, like, look, you are his coach. You don't, recommend any doctors or anything. I'm the parent. And pretty much dogs are out. Coach Montez says, well, you are a failed mother because now you're trying to take care of your son and be there for him where you wasn't there for him in the first place. At the end of the day, I understand both perspectives. Coach Montez was just trying to look out at the same time. Asher's mom, she is his mom. I mean, she has that authority, and I guess she will want to know about any doctors messing with her son beforehand, but it is what it is. She has issues with the Coach Montez. She really does care about Asher and his future. Then we get to Olivia. She's having a conversation with Jordan. She's telling him, look, you need to step up to the plate. You need to go to Dad and let him know why is he acting the way he is towards Spencer. You have to do this for me. And Jordan, he starts to think like, man, maybe you're right because, he seems like he's giving more respect to Spencer than he would me. So you already know he's going to have that conversation with him. Now, Layla, she's in the studio with Coop. And Coop, she's not all the way there. You can tell something is up. She's keep talking about these different things that's wrong. But deep down inside, her lungs is not cleared. Plain and simple. I'm trying to understand why Coop is not allowing herself to heal. I mean, the girl just got shot. She's trying to run back to the booth like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect your body just to go out there and perform that easily, that soon. Then we get to Jordan and Coach Baker. Jordan is letting him know that he believes that Coach Baker has more respect for Spencer, and that's the reason why he's so upset at him for messing up. Whereas when it comes to Jordan, he doesn't have that same respect, and he expects Jordan to mess up much more. I mean, Coach Baker, he is trying to explain that that's not necessarily the case, but Jordan's not having that. He's like, look, man, for real, Spencer is like your favorite son, to be honest. You always had this type of respect for him. And, Jordan has been pissed off about this for the longest. This is something that hasn't just came up. This has been since the series has started. We already know Jordan always had these feelings toward his dad, and he finally let him know how he really feels about all of this. Now, Patience, she is about to really break up with Coop. We know this. But Coop all of a sudden tells Patience the truth. She's like, look, my lungs is done for. That's the reason why I've been acting the way I've been acting. I've been trying to hold it together. I couldn't I couldn't perform in the booth like I wanted to. I have not been cleared yet. So now Coop has to figure out what she wants to do. And Patience is very concerned because she feels like if Coop doesn't have music, she's going to get back into some trouble. Now we get to Olivia. She's telling her pops, and Spencer, they need to go ahead and squash this right now if they love her. Spencer tells Coach Baker, like, look, you calling me the hero and I always need to save someone and stuff like that. But you got to ask yourself this question. Your son, Jordan, apparently he feels more comfortable coming to me, asking me for help. So why did he come to me instead of you? You as Pops, you are a good coach. What's up with that? So now Coach Baker was thinking like, man, why did Jordan feel more comfortable going to Spencer instead of me? I am his Pops. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely thinking about that very, very deeply. We get to Layla, and of course, she does not want a surprise party. She has already told these people, do not do this. She just wants a little small dinner. Nothing big at all. But of course, they don't listen to her at all. And then we get this dude, Buckets. He pops up out of the cake, dancing all up on Layla. And I'm thinking like, man, this is all JJ. And I started to think like, JJ, the actual actor, this dude must have been busy or something, because this screams him, this whole theme, what this dude Buckets is doing. So I truly believe that he probably couldn't film for this episode, because he definitely should have been in the episode, in my opinion. Now, Patience, she's having a conversation with Spencer, and of course she is telling him she is concerned about Coop. She feels like if Coop does not have music, she's going to go back to her old self, which the last time she was, very interesting with the whole blood lifestyle. Spencer is telling her, look, you don't have nothing to worry about. Coop going to be Coop. Just give her some time. It's going to be okay. Now, this was a very interesting scene right here between Simone and Layla, because we already know Jordan, he is dating Simone, but we know that Jordan eventually will be messing around with Layla, the way that they are building this up. So I think they purposely put these two in the same scene together just to kind of, poke at us a little bit. But I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Now, Laura, she's having a conversation with Coach Baker, and he's like, man, why do you think Jordan went to Spencer instead of me? Did I do something wrong? And Laura's like, look, your son is just like you, He wanted to go to someone that he's more comfortable with. I mean, if he went to you, you would have just said no. And you got to think, your knees was messed up when you was in school. You still play football. Spencer ended up getting shot. He went out there and he still played football early as well. Jordan just feels more comfortable going that route. You have nothing to worry about. You are a good father. You know what I'm saying? It will be okay. Then we get to Layla and Spencer is looking out for her. He's like, look, I will put in word. I got you. Because she wants to pretty much just go and hide, and she doesn't want all this attention from everybody. And for a brief moment, it did feel like it was still some chemistry up in the air. We know Layla and Spencer, they was together for a little bit, so it kind of did feel like it was some chemistry, at least from Layla's part, the way she was looking. Like, she really did appreciate what Spencer did. It is crazy, man, at the end of the day. Layla was going through a whole lot of different emotions in that episode. Now, Asher, he gets the phone call. He learns that the doctor that he got from Coach Montez let him know that him taking steroids was the reason why his heart is kind of messed up. That's the reason. So now he understands the truth that he pretty much messed his own career up. Coop is telling him, well, she got shot and her lungs is messed up. And pretty much the two can relate. At the end of the day, I believe it will be a solid ending for both of them. Coop just needs to wait and let her lungs heal up. And I believe as far as football, Asher can continue to be in football. He can just be a coach. Then we get to Layla and Olivia. Of course, they're having a conversation about her birthday. Layla is like, look, she did not want all of this. And she's kind of upset because everybody, they hear Layla, but they don't actually listen. And that is the problem that she has, that people are not actually listening to her, which is very understandable. We saw that throughout the whole episode. Then Patience and Coop are having the final conversation of the episode. Coop is telling her she is done with the rapping. She's just done with it. She is tired of it. She's very upset. And Patience, she was very worried. She's like, man, this is not going to end well. And you can tell the look on Coop's face that deep down inside, she does not want to end rapping. All I'm saying is this, Coop. You just got shot. At least let yourself heal up for some couple months or whatever. Let yourself heal up a little bit. You will be okay. But I guess we gonna see. Now Layla, she's talking to her pops. He's continuing to call her princess. She's like, look, stop calling me that. I'm tired of all that. She's like, look, I'm gonna let people know how I really feel. Pretty much, she's doing exactly what she said she's gonna do in that conversation that she had with Olivia. Just to be yourself, let people know how you truly feel. She goes into the gun booth and she's letting them go. She's letting a lot of frustration out. And finally, she is doing what she wants to do, and she's feeling like a grown woman. So we're going to see how this all unfolds for Layla. Now, we get to your boy Preach. He's having a conversation with Coop. We know Coop is very stressed out. Coop can try to go back to the street life. I think they're going to kind of hint at it, but I don't believe Preach is going to allow her to do that. She needs to just leave that alone. It ain't happening, in my opinion. I don't believe that he's going to let her do that. She has a lot of different things to worry about. You already know they're going to continue to try to poke at, Coop and the whole Mo shooting and stuff like that. So she has those things to worry about. And as I told you guys, as far as her rap career, it doesn't necessarily have to be over. She needs to just wait and let herself heal up a little bit more. You cannot expect yourself to bounce back just like that. It's just not going to happen realistically. But overall, man, this episode was very solid. I did appreciate it. As I said, the episode started off fire. Girl Olivia, she was straight trying to get her cheeks clapped. Plain and simple. But your boy Spencer was too paranoid. He couldn't go through with the game plan. But it is what it is. I can't wait to see what's next for that relationship, because I believe it's going to be a lot of different things happening. Seeing that Spencer is supposed to be going to Toledo State. I know a lot of you guys have been talking about Spencer and his choice of school. He still has time, as you guys have said. I'm surprised that he's going to Toledo State and he hasn't got any more offers. I mean, this dude is an all-American. I just knew this dude was going to play in Cali somewhere at a top school or somewhere else. But Toledo State, I was not expecting that at all. Now, if it was Ohio State, as I told you guys in my quick thoughts, early impressions, if it was Ohio State, then I could understand a little bit more. But then again, I guess this is the route that they want to go. We're going to see how it all unfolds. But you guys let me know, man. What do you think about episode 2, All-American? I'm already liking this season better than last season. I think season 3 was just okay for me. I'm liking season 4 a little bit better as of right now. But we got to see how it all is going to play out for the whole season. But thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.